The law of exposure in the laws of boundaries, especially in marriage, is about the light versus the darkness. Okay? Exposure means I'm known. It means my preferences, what I want, what I don't want, what I like, what I don't like, what I expect, what I don't expect. It means that it's in the light. It's not secretly hidden away somewhere. You know, if you think of the property line, there's a fence there. You can see it. Well, think about that as opposed to, you ever seen one of these movies where they have the invisible lasers in the, in the security system, and the thief comes in and they don't really even know they've tripped the alarm, right? And then all of a sudden the cops show up. That's like a lot of marriages. So, I mean, somebody doesn't even know they're stepping over a line, and then they get all this conflict and this, that, and the other. It's about bringing things into the light. If you hurt me, let's talk about it. If I want something and I'm not getting it, let's talk about it. Let's talk about our values. Let's bring them into the light. What's our vision for the marriage? What's our vision for this weekend? What are your desires for the way the holidays go? What are your desires about how you spend the money and the budget and spiritual life and all that? It's about coming into the light and knowing each other. Now there's a word. Know. Do you know that that's the Bible's word for sex? To know? Now, I don't mean, N-O, like some religious people think. It's actually K-N-O-W. That's intimacy. So to know each other, the Bible says Abraham knew Sarah and she conceived. Well, that knowing, that total knowing, is about the exposure and vulnerability and opening up and not hiding things from each other, not having secrets or even secret desires or resentments. It's about bringing everything into the light, exposure, because in the light, what the Bible says is, in Ephesians, it says, when something becomes light, when something's exposed, then it becomes light. When we bring it into the light, it changes. It gets better. It becomes light. Expose things. Talk to each other. Be known.